served as Anduin's guiding hand during the early period of his reign. We don't really know what things are like with Gilneas, though. That plotline was essentially abandoned. From what I understand, the core landmass is under Alliance control, but there are some key locations and outskirts that are still contested by the Horde. Sylvanas was then chosen as the war chief by Vol'jin in a move which was fairly out of left field. As Vol'jin said himself, she'd be just about the last person you would expect to get that role. Now, after the disaster of the Broken Shore, Sylvanas sends the fleet to Stormheim. And while the Horde does have business there, she of course has her personal mission. She needs to find a way to get new Valkyr and see what can be done to secure both the future of her people, but also her own life. So she ended up striking a bargain with Helya. She eventually got the lamp, but her attempts to subdue Aeir were, of course, foiled by a very angry and contoured Genn. He smashed it, denied Sylvanas of really what she came there for, and one of the ways that she could have potentially secured a future for her people. So the story pretty much stopped there, though. Sylvanas gripped her bow really tight and Genn hobbled off. And that was kind of it. As is often the case, they just didn't really resolve this story. We don't know where it went. Sylvanas didn't get what she came there for, and oddly, her arc did not live up to the Legion marketing. The teaser site said that she would have to choose between herself and her people, and that did not really happen. I assume that at one point they had planned to maybe carry that story a little bit further, but it kind of got cut short. I think it's a pity, though, because, well, we never really got a resolution to the overall story here, and it's not really clear what the fallout's been. Sylvanas has the potential to be one of Blizzard's best characters if they treat her right and really commit to executing a full story with her. She's grasping with some sort of questions which are actually interesting. You know, there's stuff about one's place in the world, things like that. It would be a shame if Blizzard dropped it. And while we're talking about Alliance and Horde figures, well, it's time for Jaina, everyone's favorite Dreadlord. Probably not, but still, I think Jaina is an interesting character. She's one of the few people who's really been an active lore figure since Warcraft 3. Jaina has really struggled in recent times, though. Her city was essentially nuked, it killed the man she loved, probably many of the people that she cared for, and it also gave her a new hairstyle. She then entered the War Crimes novel in a very dark place. Of course, you know, she expelled the Sunreavers, all that stuff in 5.1. And, you know, we really saw just she wasn't in a good place. But by the end of War Crimes, she seemed to be mentally a lot better and sort of well on her journey to sort of be able to live with herself and all the stuff